Hello, hello, how's everyone doing? It's Monday morning, ready to rock. It'll be good. I think today is a good comfort zone week. Yeah, definitely, Koro. That is that is definitely on the menu. How are you doing? For me, it was a nice weekend. Spent it with my children and lovely wife. Did quality family time. It's good things. All right, as it's a comfort zone, I'm just gonna start the timer, and I think tomorrow I'll do the random topic or topic from you guys. Hey, Pie Master, good morning. Okay, so the picture I got in my head was like a dog, a robotic dog of sorts. I just looked at, maybe not a dog, just some creature. I looked at, what's his name? Guy that designed lots of tech for Ghost in the Shell movie. Um, something Russian name. Uh, really cool designs. He's really good at that kind of things. High tech, sci-fi. That's really cool. So today I'm just gonna do comfort zone, random concepts, see what comes out, rather than trying to having to like conform to a random topic. I'll just draw something. Hey Orbi, good morning. Eric Mui, Dearbard, Nereda, Master 777 Oz. Thanks for the host. Yeah, something Russian name. Yeah, Samonov or Amonov or something like that. Uh, he's really good at like industrial sci-fi. Makes it look really cool and functional. Yeah, Saturday stream it went well there, Bart. The stream is on YouTube. Um, we spent maybe almost 3 hours giving feedback to you guys, and after the Saturday stream, um, we all went to the Discord Hangout, the Google Hangout, and just sat around and drew and talked a bit. I think for me at least 2 in the morning, and then I had to call it quits because yeah, my kids wake up 4 hours later. But it was good stuff. Hey Nefas, good morning. Novio Art, thanks for the host. Rogue 13 Bull account, thanks for the host. Hey Sofa Strangler. Let's see what that guy name was so we can make some sense. So I can know who I'm talking about. Vitaly Bulgarov. There we go. ATMH Laba. Thanks for the host. That was good stuff. Good hanging out with you, Sofa Strangler. Was fun. Was cool. I like our little community and hanging out with you guys. A bunch of sound people, all eager to learn and get better, which is cool. Eric Moy. Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah. It's like I said, it's on YouTube under special streams. I have separated the streams now so that there's a specific playlist for special streams, extra streams, and then the 30-minute warm up playlist. So you can just easily navigate new stuff. I have I have no idea what Sikra Yasin means. Sofa Strangler. All right, good for you. I'm glad it makes you happy, I guess. Yeah, on the topic of learning, for the topic of learning, there was this one guy. I think he's from Brazil, a 3D guy. Good morning, Lurip. How are you? Welcome. Happy Monday to you. Anyways, so this 3D artist, uh, he wrote about his health and that he passed out like 3 times within 15 minutes. Like his brother found him like all bloody on the floor, um, and a little bit like a brain seizure or something like that. And he said it was all due to him grinding art too hard, like chasing the 10,000 hour um, idea. You know that you gotta have put 10,000 hours in order to get good, get good. Um, which is crazy. Like kill yourself, um, and then your career will end regardless. Or you won't have a career anyways. And he wrote about like how he realized the importance of uh, learning smart and not just like putting the hours in, but actually being more tactical in the way you try to learn and apply yourself, just so you don't sit like for so much, hour after hour, like day after day, just in the grind. Like me, I always believe that you gotta live a bit. You gotta have something to put into your art. You have to also take care of your body, future proof your career a bit, and not just get the career, because when you have the career you also have to be able to live it. Hey, Paul Trefal, I see you joined us. Fantastic. Welcome. We meet again. Yeah, the whole crazy grind thing is super weird. I am guilty of that as well. I did my crazy grind in the university, um, but I did pace myself. I did make sure that I didn't burn out. Like I did crazy things of like sleeping every second day and things like that. But as soon as I felt different in my body, I took a break. Took a 3-hour walk through the forest and things like that, rather than just kind of buckle down and grind it. Kuro, yeah, that's a valid point. Like go into the study with a question to try to find this answer for. Worst is when you're just copying a picture and you say, "Look at my study." Well, it's a great copy, but what did you study? You know. the hardest, I think, um, with people and learning art is that they want to um, get somewhere, right? They want to get that nod of approval. They want to get that contract, and that's why they grind and trying to get into the industry um, at any cost, right? Uh, there's a really interesting evolution of concept art and how how like how can I formulate it? Like there's a weird, it's a bit of a weird community. It's it's the professionals that, as in like the working people of the industry, and it's not even all of them that are vocal, that are like online or active in the field. There's so many killer artists that just go home. They don't Facebook, they don't market themselves, they don't do all these things. They just do their art professionally and have happy customers, and that's that, and that's all they do every day. I mean, how many posts from like Adrian Smith do you see? He doesn't boast around and make strange claims and things like that. He just does his art and are super content with it. Which is an interesting. It's a valid thing to think about. You know, why are you, for example, like in this case, this guy? I think his surname was like Saragossa or something. Uh, Søren, if I'm not mistaken. But if he's Brazil, I have no idea why he has like a Norwegian name. Anyways, like in his case, like why, I don't know the reason why. Just to be clear, like I don't know him personally. I know of him, uh, so I haven't asked him. But one can think like, what was the reason why he did the grind like that, right? Why he was working so hard that he you know had brain aneurysm or a seizure. Um, for what reason is that? Is that to get good, to get contracts, improve his wealth, get out of poverty? Who knows? Um, but if it's just to make another Facebook post, you know, you have to think about that as well, which is a bit weird of how to approach your career by quickly ending it as fast as you can. Um, if the art community has changed a lot, yeah, definitely, definitely. I mean, like back in 2000, um, there wasn't really concept art forums. It was like conceptart.org I stumbled upon at around 2000, and at that time it was just the URL and one page that said coming soon, and at around that time there was also like Sijin started coming alive, but Sijin at the time was this one artist that worked at Valve called Dabi Eng. It was his own personal forum on his website. So for some reason, everyone just started going there. I think it originated from like Friendsgiving, wanting a place to hang out together and share their art. Because at that time, um, there wasn't like online marketing the same way as social media is now. With Instagram and all these things, it didn't exist back then. So forums were the main draw power, like where you could find other artists. And obviously you went to their websites. Um, so you heard about some artist, and oh, that's so stupid. You found you found their website, and that was the thing you always went back to, right? The website to check, oh, is there anything new? Because you didn't get any notifications and stuff like that. It was way more isolated than it is today. Today, like you can you can be in your bathtub and hear bling, and you look, and it's like, oh, Piotr has uploaded uh, something new to internet. I mean, that itself is crazy. Like when I started out, there was dial-up internet. You know, there was like a real effort to get online and load images to look at and all these things. You know, it isn't so as casual as it is now, and it's so readily available, everything. And which also is a crazy thing about like how fast people are evolving, um, and learning new techniques and things. But one thing I've talked about this before, but one thing that I really miss from the old days is that the amount of experimentations. It's just a handful of people uh, that does experimentations with technique, and not that many do that anymore. And I think you could see it like now on 3D or 360 concepts that is starting to go into a new field like exploration. But majority of everything else is there's still the like early 2000s approach to concept art still prevalent, um, or not actually early 2000s, but the original speed painting style is a little bit lost. No one does that anymore, except I think the guy called Levi Peterfi. He's like a for me like a traditional speed painter. It's hilarious that you can say that now. Um, but he has perfected the speed painter technique. His style is really cool. His nickname on internet was Samson Reaper, um, which is, you know, he does some really nice things, and that style um, doesn't know, hardly you hardly see that anymore. There's another guy, Thomas Pringle, who has similar style, and Tinfoil. I think maybe it's the same guy. Um, but they have like evolved the traditional speed painter style from back in the Siegen days, and also John Liberto, John Liberto, and obviously Craig Mullins. But the industry itself, what you have to do, as in the concept art field, is the same. You know, you have to do art for projects, but everything else is very different. It's interesting though. It's interesting to have 10 years of experience and seeing the difference of everything. And also, it's interesting to feel old in the industry and being able to see trends and so on. So yeah, it's I'm stumped. It's cool. New techniques, new people, you can see almost like you know, like class of 99, class of 2005 style in people. You know, like how old were they when they started doing art? You can definitely see that. You can definitely see influences, and at the back then, at the beginning, it was very random. Well, Lurib, you're saying that you missed something in the industry, but I mean, if you're just starting, you'll probably have the same experience in 10 years as well. I mean, depending on how thirsty you are uh, of knowledge, you know, or how interested you are in the community. And the more engaged you are, the more, of course, you're going to be able to reflect on. I mean, personally, I loved the idea of concept art. Like when I found it, like wow, this is so amazing. Before that, founding concept art, like the idea of awesome falsetta painting, like that spoke to me a lot more than going to the art museum and looking at fine art. Uh, it didn't speak to me that much because it felt like it's something you've seen and it's just someone's take on reality, and it just didn't excite me. But then, like I remember seeing like a Frazetta uh, 10,000 puzzle pieces puzzle, and that painting of like a guy with a sword. I was like, whoa, what is this? I want to do this, and that kind of started the whole like the ball rolling. And then I was heavily into comics, like oh maybe I can do comics, but never really read comics. Um, yeah, it's a bit weird. Now you go on internet and there's art books and there's everything that sets you up to be a concept artist, you know, that didn't exist back then. And in a way, I don't know the future of it. I'm excited about seeing where the future will take concept art, because like I was a part, I'm saying like not I'm not responsible or anything, but I was definitely a part of the beginning of concept art becoming the mainstream thing it is now. And and it's both good and bad, you know, depending on the how the industry will go. Um, one thing that is cool though is that a lot of groundwork has been laid, that people can freelance a lot more differently than before. There's hubs of art that people can put their art on and get hired because of the amount of traffic. You know, that didn't exist before as well. So, I mean, the art concept art industry is what we make it. And that's, I think that's the cool thing as well. And that's also one of the reasons why I want to do a community and do this 30-minute warm up and things like that, is because it does inform, it does like timestamp the industry in a way. And also, I'd love the idea of someone 10 years down the line saying, oh, yeah, my career started by meeting Lou Rib uh, on the 30-minute warm up Discord, you know? And now Lou Rib is the art director of whatever, you know, 10 years down the line, that is completely doable. But it will only happen, you know, I've met thousands of people on forums over these 10 years, and it's only a handful, no, two handfuls probably, who were the driven, who were the people who absolutely loved it, who were maybe not grinding it to the point of self-destruction, but definitely the people with a passion and loving what they're doing. And they stick around, they don't give up, they explore, and yeah, and 10 years down the line, you see them as senior concept artists or art directors, and being able to be a part of their journey to that point as well, which is really cool. And that's why community is so important, and not just buying gumroads and thinking that that is the industry, because the industry isn't technique. The industry is the people. Yeah, Nefas. Yeah, I'm not inspired by a pink canvas though. Good morning, Captain Jetlag. Welcome. Kuro, yeah. I mean, if you just keep going, like people are like, oh, I've been doing this for a year. I don't have a work yet. Like, you know, I mean, maybe tomorrow you'll get it, or next year, or half a year. You know, you never know. And if you just kind of give up, or a defeatist, or hate what you're doing because you're just grinding studies, you know, you're gonna lose the passion, and it's gonna show in the art. So yet again, that's why I'm going back to comfort zone stuff. Just, having fun, doing some random things, enjoying the random aspect of it and the joy of it. Just doing things for the pleasure of art. And a lot of people are so concerned with image and how they appear online, but no one really cares. The proof is these well-known professional artists that are a-holes, like, towards a lot of our people, community, and no one cares. They still love them. They still salute them, praise them. So no one cares. Just make sure you're having fun and making friends, and 10 years down the line, that is what's going to pay off. Because I couldn't tell you how many times I got in contracts and they're like, oh yeah, I used to follow what you were doing on conceptart.org or whatever forum, or like, we used to talk all the time. And no one cares about your like professional appearance in that way. Clients do, of course, if they see how well presented your work is, but the rest is up to, between us, the community. Clients will always be clients. They're not going to understand. And also, it's an interesting thing about assuming what you should have. Yeah, Kuru. Yeah, it's always like that. You can never escape it. I was going to say something, but oh yeah, people assuming things as well, like a standard, like, why am I not getting this? Or you should be giving me this for free. It's like assuming, like, let's take this stream as an example, right? I now and then teach theory, etc. Talk about paint overs or things like that. You know, that is 10 years worth of experience. Um, a lot of people would ask for money. You have to take my class, etc. But of course, I don't care. I rather have a community, and the community, pays back somehow. And that is, for me, a more ideal situation. And that's what I love about the industry as well. People just loving what they're doing, coming up with new things and teaching each other. Life isn't all about money, but for instance, in this case, I talked about this before on the stream, but ideally I'd like some sort of payback for the effort. And I'm not meaning money from you guys. I mean, if you want to donate some money, yeah, there is a donate button, but I'm not demanding it. But the idea, I want to at some point get a lot of time. It costs, time is money, and we all have a X amount of time in our lives. So ideally, there will be some sort of cool solution to how I can gain something by giving, and I'm working on it. I'm working on a plan to do that, which doesn't involve you having to pay me exact transaction. We'll see how that goes. Time will tell. More of that later. Hey Amir, hey Svensson. Late to the party, just as it ends. Um, Pastel Denata, yeah, for definitely. There's definitely hope some people learn. I'm not gonna argue with it. Thanks, Kuru. Yeah, it's something. I have no idea what it is. It's just some sort of robot. I'm not too keen on those rings there. I'm gonna remove them. Yeah, something. Some sort of comfort zone, whatever, drawing. All right, everyone. Have a fantastic day. Good night, wherever you are. See you guys and girls tomorrow morning for more comfort zone drawing. I think I'll do some monster tomorrow. Anyways, have a great one. Bye. Here comes the outro.